Hello and welcome. So, did you know that not only can you upload your videos to YouTube, you can actually schedule uploading them, which can make your life easier in many ways and actually help your users too. So that is what we're going to talk about. But let's do the official show start so that everything's lined up and I can give Murphy his treats. So one sec and we will run our intro. Yes, we will. Honest. It's here. There we go. There it is. Okay, we'll be right back. Oh boy. Alrighty, so yes, absolutely, you can totally upload your videos on the fly whenever you feel like it, whenever you think about it. And many people do. That's how many people populate their YouTube channel. And that's okay, right? The important thing is you're getting your content out there and you're taking care of, your titles and your descriptions and all that stuff we've talked about before. But there is a benefit if you're going to take the time to pre-record your videos to go ahead and schedule when those new videos are going to be presented to your users. So there's a couple of different things that you benefit from on that. For us, right, it is saving time. Right? So you can actually sit down and you can, hey, doctor, hello, welcome. So you can save time for yourself by, if you've got a bunch of your videos ready or you just have one ready, but you're not looking, like maybe you've already got some stuff that you're going to be doing some lives or something. And then, maybe you're going to take a week off to go on vacation. Remember vacations? And so you want to put something out there, or maybe you just want to know that you've got regular content going out there. So then you can go ahead and schedule it for different days and times. So that way you don't have to be sitting there on that day and the time waiting to hit the button to get it all up there. You can do a bunch of them in advance, schedule them out however you want to. And then from there, you can go about your business because you know that it will be taken care of. The other benefit is for promotions. So you can, once you've got your videos uploaded, right, and scheduled through YouTube to go live on a certain day and time, you now have that link, right? That link now exists inside of the YouTube universe. So you can pull that link and you can go ahead and now also pre-build and pre-schedule your promotions, right? So you can do the letting your audience know that new content is coming and giving them the link so that on that day and time they can click on it and go check it out. And you can also pre-schedule your after-the-fact promotion of, hey, did you know we released this new video and this is what it's about and this is where you can get it because, again, you have that link. So you can do a lot of prep work. You can take a lot of stress out of your life by pre-scheduling stuff, which then gives you that benefit of knowing that regular content will be going out. And as we talked about before, you do want to have a schedule for your content, whether you're talking about your lives, your recorded, your social media, your blog post, your podcast, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever combination is usually the better way to go. But you do want to have a schedule that over time your audience will start to expect you to be giving them new material on that time at that day, so that they're anticipating, right? They're showing up before you even told them to show up, right? Because they now know you've told them and you've proved to them that over time you are consistent about your schedule and you are going to make this content available to them on the schedule that you've told them about. So these are the reasons why you're going to want to do this. Right. So the other thing, so this is why I make myself notes. The other benefit to your audience is the fact that you can, because you're scheduling it, if it turns out that the optimum time for you to load your videos is a day and time that is not convenient for you, you can still go ahead and schedule it so that it is there for your audience at the day and time that is optimal for them. Now, you're not going to necessarily know that, and it's not the end of the world if you don't get that, but when over time you will start to see, if you are watching your analytics, and you should, if you're watching your analytics, you'll start to see the days and times when you get the peak audience coming to your content, whether it's live or recorded, blog posts, Instagrams, all those. Everybody gives you analytics, make use of it. And so over time, you'll be able to dial that in and benefit from the fact that that's when it's convenient for them. So even if it's not convenient for you, you're still tapping into that convenience for them, which is a big win for them. Okay? All right. Now, before you can do this, there are a couple of things that you need to take care of. And I'm going to say this, and you're going to go, of course, but you know, we get busy, we get distracted, we've all got a little bit of extra reason this year for distracted brains. So don't take offense when I point this out, but in order to do this, you need to have a YouTube account for your business. Okay? I just have to put it out there because it's that kind of detail that will frustrate somebody if I don't mention it. So we've got that out of the way. Once you've got that, there's another step that not everybody realizes you need to do. Because if you're just uploading things on the fly, I don't think it's a requirement. But when you go to try to schedule things, or when you're trying to do some other stuff on YouTube, it does become important. And that is, you need to verify your account. So hang on, let me show you what we're talking about there. And let me lose that. Nope, let me lose that too. Oh, that's no fun. You want to see me in my cute little window here, right? Okay, so verifying your account. I'm going to put this link into the description for you. But if you're, I know sometimes verification, especially in the Google world, can be a little bit overwhelming. Murphy, no, honey, there's no more treats. So I'm going to put this link here. They've got a very nice explanation of the information and why they're asking for it and all that kind of stuff. But to verify, you're going to go to youtube.com/verify. Hey, that was pretty easy, right? It's a two-step process. It's really not a big deal. This is basically what it looks like. And you're going to go ahead and verify. Now, it does take a little bit of time, but it's not a terribly long process. So you don't have to stress out about that. But I do want to just show you what it looks like if you are already verified. Let me just bring that up. Okay, so just so you know, in case... I like to show people both views of things because it can throw people, and the goal here is to not confuse you, to make things easier. So if you have already, verified yourself, this is what's going to come up. So if you go and you click on the link when I put it in the description, if you want to just reassure yourself, or you want to check to see whether or not you've already done this step, because maybe you did it a while ago and you don't remember, that's easy enough. You can just go ahead, and if you have already done it, it will tell you that you've already gotten that taken care of, and so that step is cleared. But until you are verified, you can't do the upload and schedule thing. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. Are we good? We got any questions? We're all good. We're all happy. Look at that. Look at all the happy there. I love the happy. All right. So once you are ready to do it, so obviously, you're going to prepare your videos, right? You're going to do whatever editing you want on them. You can do this for one video. You can do this for 10 videos. You can do it for 100 videos. Frankly, if you can get 100 videos ready to prepare, more power to you. I would struggle to get, 3 together, but that's okay. That's me. If video editing is your thing and you're cranking them out, then by all means, go for it. So what you're going to want to do is go to... No, I keep going to the wrong screen. You're going to want to go to... I've changed my X keys, so I'm hitting all the wrong things tonight. You're going to want to go to YouTube, right? That's where all this stuff is going to start. And then you're going to come over here to your icon, right, on the right side. And you're going to go into YouTube Studio. Now, it's Google, and there are multiple ways that you can do this. But I'm going to show you the one that is the most reliable, because the rest of them can be extra steps that you don't need. So you go to YouTube, go into your channel, right? Or you can just go right up here, click, and go directly to YouTube Studio, right? Save yourself a click. Go right to the studio. It will load, okay? And it will come up with, what are they promoting now? Help creators, survey. No, I'm not taking a survey now. Don't they know I'm live? All right, so in order to upload your video, there's actually, of course, a couple of different ways. You can do it here, okay, by clicking on this little thing with the up arrow, or you can come up here to create and then click upload videos. Okay, and then you're going to select your files. Now, if you're, like, my normal setup would be like a multi-monitor situation, so I would have my files up on one side and I would have this up on the other, and I would just do a drag and drop. But because I've got my little demo system here for you, we're going to select the files, and I have just a little tiny file that I put together because uploading videos can take some time. So this is just a little video of a puppy that we met. So it's going to come in here, okay? and you can put in a title. So I'm going to call this Meeting Hudson Puppy. And of course, you know, of course, I shouldn't say of course, but ideally you should have already written your description, your title, figured out what tags, you know, you're going to want to do, your hashtags, because this is where the SEO benefit comes from. This is also how the Google algorithm knows to connect your video to somebody's search, right? And say, hey, you want to go check this person out. They've got exactly what you're looking for. All of that stems from the information you put in here. So you want to spend that time as part of your prep before you go into YouTube to upload your stuff, to make sure you've got your, you know, search friendly heading, and you've got your nice description that gives people, that entices people to come in, but also provides a little more SEO, and your tags. So we're just going to call this Meeting Hudson Pup. So it's just a little video that I had on my phone. My neighbor's brother got a cockapoo puppy. My dog is a cockapoo, so I was all kinds of excited to meet him, and he was so freaking adorable. Oh, Dr. Ella, I'm very glad that that's helpful. Hey, that's what it's all about here. Right? We're trying to be helpful. We're trying to provide useful content. I'm going to bring that up. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. And by the way, since we're talking about that and we're waiting for the video to finish uploading anyway, if you have any ideas for content, if you have a topic you want me to cover, if you need more information on a previous topic, go to my website, yourtechcoach.net. And there's a contact form there, and you can go ahead and let me know what you want me to cover, because actually most of my best shows come from you folks asking me questions. So please bring on the questions. I appreciate them. All right, so here we met Hudson Pup and Mr. Murphy. I really should just copy and paste this. Okay, and I will tell you that Mr. Murphy, I thought, you know, being that it was a relative, basically, would be all kinds of excited, but he wasn't. So anyway, obviously you would put more into this. You can put your key search term in here. So, cute, cockapoo, puppy. You would create, of course, your thumbnail. Now, I didn't create one artistically from here because I wanted to show you that it will also make suggestions for you from the video. So this will take a little bit of time. I mean, this is a 1-minute video, which is why we got it so quickly. If you're doing, you know, a regular video of 10, 15 minutes, an hour, however long your videos are, it'll take a little longer for the YouTube software to process it. So that gives you time to do other things. So here, let's see, we'll pick this one because it's got a pretty nice picture of Hudson in it. He's so freaking cute. This is not going to show up for you unless you're using the vidIQ tool, which I have been lately. You can go ahead and pre-add it to a playlist. And if you don't know what playlists are, you can check a previous video I did. But basically, it's a way for you to group like content so that somebody can go through one after another video on a particular topic, if that matters to you. And oh, by the way, you can also create a new playlist on the fly if you want to, right from here, which is kind of nice. You do need to do this. Now here I would actually need to say yes, but I'm going to take this video down, so I'm not going to worry about it. But since it's a puppy video, it would be kid friendly, so that's a whole thing. You need to go and read all that kind of stuff. It's very complex, more complex than it should be, but you do need to answer that appropriately. And then there's more information down here. So if it's a paid promotion, you know, if it's product placement, that kind of thing, you need to put that in there. And then down here you can put in your tags. Again, I'm using a third-party tool, so it would recommend tags to me. You would specify your language, content information. You can specify the date it was recorded and the location if that's important to your content and your search. You know, you're going to pick your license, either Creative Commons or the standard, allow embedding, all this kind of stuff. So this is all just, you know, it's the basic stuff that you would see, but you need to go through and make sure that you're making the right selections for this particular video. And I think we're pretty good here. So then once you've got all the pieces in here, you could just say next. Right, and so here right away you can go ahead and you can make use, you can add in your end screen, you can add cards in to show during the video. Now I've done a whole video about this, but basically the end card is that thing you see at the end of YouTube videos that shows up, and it's usually got, you know, the person's logo in it, and then it's got like a recommended next video, and then maybe a related content video, and sometimes you can have extra stuff at the bottom. I can't remember what that is right now. And then the cards are little pieces, and a lot of people, they're a little too subtle almost. A lot of people don't even notice, but like sometimes you'll see up here a little thing that'll say, you know, a title or some sort of a tagline or something. Those are actually links to additional videos, ideally related to the content you're providing. But they don't have to be. They can be to, you know, whatever you want. So that's what this is talking about here when it's saying that you can add in the end screen and the cards. You can go ahead and do that. So here, we'll grab my usual end screen. I think it's going to have it here. So you can pick all the different ones. So we'll pick here. We'll just pick this one for me now. So what it's doing is it's putting my logo in at the very end of the video, and this by default is going to show what YouTube determines is the best next video for the viewer. Up to you whether you want to let YouTube make that decision, or if you want to actually come in and select your own video, you can do that too. So you can come in here and like I could change it. So instead of letting YouTube decide something, I could say, nope, I want them to see my last video, and do it that way. And then you just come up here and say save. Okay, and I'm not going to, it's a minute-long video. I'm not going to put ad cards in, but you could do that. It's the same process where you can go and you can pick previous videos, and then you can pick where in your timeline you want to do them. And then you say next. And I have a whole video on that, so if you're interested, you can go in and check that out. And then this is the last step here. So you're going to, if you made it private, of course, we've talked about that too. Only people that you give the link to would have access to it, and you're limited to 50. Unlisted would mean that there is a link that you could share, but it's not going to show up through search or SEO or anything like that. So this would be set up, you know, for public. But this is the part that you're looking for, okay? So again, I should have turned off vidIQ, I'm sorry. That's just a third-party tool I use for SEO. So you're going to want to come here to schedule, because this is where the magic happens. So if you don't do this, and you, so here, let's not select this for a second. So, okay. So if you don't have that selected, when you hit this button, the video is going to go live right away. Well, as soon as YouTube processes it, but it's going to be live right away. What we're talking about tonight is the ability to schedule it. So you come down here and you say schedule, and then this way you can actually pick the day and time that it becomes available to people, and also when the search engine matches would start to happen, right? So if I didn't want this video to come up until, say, the first week of September, I would come in and pick whatever date in September. Let's see. Let's pick a date. Let's say that by September 9th, I think we're all going to need to see videos of puppy dogs, right? And I'm going to say that I want it to be available as of, let's say, after lunchtime on here, right? Now, here's the thing. Come on. So, I don't know why this is thinking I'm in Detroit. It should say the East Coast of the U.S., but whatever. So it says that the default time is set to local time. This gets a little complicated, but in a nutshell, that's kind of a lie. I mean, it isn't, it isn't. You need to keep in mind that everything that you're doing is actually being based off of Pacific time. Because I guess that's where the servers are, or somebody in Facebook, YouTube world made that decision. So the date that shows on the watch page, I'm going to read this exactly here, is based on Pacific Standard Time. So if you want a certain date and time to show, you want to base that off of Pacific time. Just so you know, right? So you have to deal with the time zone changes and all that kind of stuff. So basically, if I set this to 2 o'clock right now, what would that, let's set it to 3, let's make it 3 o'clock. So if I set this to 3 o'clock, so it's actually probably going to have the date and time on it. It'll have the same date. It'll have September 9th, but the time actually on the watch page is going to say noon Pacific time because Google, YouTube. So just keep that in mind. It's not a big deal until you are trying to dial things in, and it's only for the watch page, which is one view of all of your videos. So, you know, how much of an impact this makes. Some people, this is a big deal. Other people, it's not. So that's okay. Yes, Mr. Murphy is definitely feeling perky. I don't know why. This is usually not his perky time. But what am I going to do, right? Murphy's going to be Murphy. Okay, so we've picked the day and time, right? We're not going to set it as a premiere. We've answered all the questions. And so now, well, I want you to see down here. So it's processing still, right? So it says it's processing the HD version. The SD version is complete. So what that means is there is a standard resolution version of this video available. So if I was hitting publish now, that's what people would get if they immediately went to see this video. It's still working on the high def because there's a lot of processing that goes on the back end once you actually load this. So it's going to take a little time regardless to get an HD version. Since I am scheduling this for the future, they may very well put this aside, you know, for a batch job later when the servers aren't so busy, but I won't care because as long as it's ready by September 9th, I'm good. So you don't really have to stress over that as far as scheduling goes. Give me my cursor, thank you. So that's it, and then you just come down here and you hit schedule. Okay, and it says that, it gives you that, you know, confirmation message, that warm and fuzzy. Kudos to their UI team. So your video will be set to public September 9th, 2020 at 3 p.m. It shows the title, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It gives you the link. So you could now take this link, and you could go and you could build out your social media, you could build out your email campaign, you could do all of the kind of things you like to do around preparation, because now you've got this link that will be valid on that day and time. So that's basically it, right? Let me just make sure I always double check my notes to make sure I didn't skip anything. But I think we're good. Yeah, so that's it. So you would just do this for each one. Now, there's not a bulk upload at this time, which I know is a question somebody's thinking right now. But I'm sure at some point, you know, as they keep building things out, that's going to happen. What are you chewing on? I should show you that it does show up for you in your view through the studio view, right? So here is this new video that I uploaded. And it says that it's still processing the HD. But if I needed to go back in and edit something, I could totally go back in and edit it. So if you decide later, you know, that you want to change tags or add to the description, like this is all totally editable still, just like any other video that you would have uploaded or any live stream that you've done. So you've got all kinds of opportunity here to kind of get ahead of the curve. And, you know, if you're doing a launch or you're just trying to be proactive or, you know, you're a one-man band and you want to, you know, get your stuff out there and not have to worry about it, know that regular content's going to come out while you do other things, this is frankly a lifesaver because it saves you from having to, okay, it's Wednesday at 2 p.m. I have to go now and get that video uploaded. No, don't do that to yourself. Make your life easier. That's what this is all about. I mean, that's almost, that should really probably been the name of the show, is make your life easier with technology, because that's kind of my point here. There are automations that you can put in place to make your life easier. By all means, use them. There is no cost. Like I said, once you get yourself verified, you're good. You can do this. You don't have to have any special number of viewers. You don't have to be any special level. It's as simple and straightforward as it could possibly be. I am very glad. You are welcome, Lyle. I'm happy to make this information available. It's the kind of thing that, again, I'll tell you, this came up with a friend of mine the other day I didn't realize that she was stressing out over uploading videos for an organization she works for. And I'm like, do you not know? So we had this conversation. I'm like, you know what? There's probably other people that don't know. So she was that combination of relieved and aggravated, right? Because she was relieved because she's like, oh my God, I don't have to keep stressing over this. But she was aggravated over all the weeks she spent being stressed over this. So, you know, it's a yin-yang kind of thing. But I'm glad that it's helpful for you. And the same for you, Dr. Elo. I'm very glad that you're finding this useful. That's great. So that's what I have for you. It is available to you once you get yourself verified. So by all means, get your channel set up. Don't also, by the way, just to make this clear, you don't have to pay anything to set up your business channel on YouTube. Okay, so I know some people think that that's the case. Nope, no charges. If somebody tries to charge you to do it, nope, unless they're providing you other services, that's fine. But there is no fee paid to Google for doing this. So you can set it up. There's a couple of different ways you can set it up, but just get it set up. Get your logo on there, get your name on there. You will not get I call them vanity URLs. You won't get a personalized URL right away. You have to get 100 subscribers, which subscribers on YouTube are really followers. They're not paying anything. You have to get that before you can apply for the vanity URL. Don't stress over it. Just go ahead, set yourself up, and then you can start to do this right away. There's no wait time on it once you get yourself verified. And like I said, that's not hard. So I will put those links into the description so that they will be there for you. If you have any questions, comments, if you have an idea for the show, by all means, reach out, yourtechcoach.net. Fill out the contact form and just let me know what it is that you have a question about or a topic you want me to cover. That's all good. If you want to stay on top of things and know what content is coming, you can sign up for the mailing list. So it's yourtechcoach.net/mailing list, no spaces. You can leave at any time. You don't have to worry. I don't sell it to anybody. It's just a way for me to let you know what content is coming down the road. Okay? All right. I think we are good. I hope everybody is having a good week. And Mr. Murphy has calmed down now because I'm done. How he knows, I cannot tell you. But I hope everybody's having a good one. And if you do think of any questions later, by all means, go ahead, throw it in the comments or reach out on the website, and I am more than happy to answer them for you. I will see you next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as always. Between here and there, I hope you have a good one. Take care. Bye.